today with ABEM Voices. I'm speaking with Dr. Jeffrey Disney. My name is Diane Gorgas, and I'm the current president at the American Board of Emergency Medicine. Dr. Disney is an emergency medicine physician in Portland, Oregon, and is affiliated with the Portland VA Medical Center. He's been in practice for more than 20 years and has experience at both the North and the South Pole. He's an ABEM certified physician, has volunteered as a senior oral examiner, a team leader, a senior oral case reviewer, and member of the case development panel. It's exciting to talk to incredible diplomats within the specialty of emergency medicine, and Dr. Disney is definitely one. Let's get started talking to Dr. Jeff Disney. Dr. Disney, it's good to be talking with you. Where are you currently located?
So I'm currently located in Portland, Oregon. I am clinical faculty at the Oregon Health and Science University, and I work part-time at the VA hospital here in Portland. It's a great place, a great city. It's a wonderful job. I have a fantastic support system. My medical director is fantastic, and he allows me to go do wild and crazy things and travel all over the world and work in different cultures and different places. So I'm blessed.
When did you decide to be a physician, and what prompted you to become one?
That goes way, way back. So I actually was born in Long Beach, California. I thought for a while I wanted to be a lifeguard. And in order to be a lifeguard in the city of Long Beach, you had to go get your EMT certificate, which of course, part of getting an EMT certificate is you have to do shifts in one of the local emergency departments. And I actually did 4 shifts in the same emergency department that Barry Heller worked in when he was a brand new young physician. And it was the emergency room at St. Mary's Hospital in Long Beach. And all of a sudden I decided, you know what? I don't want to be a lifeguard. I want to do this emergency medicine thing. And at first, since neither one of my parents graduated from high school, college was never really talked about at my house. So I didn't think I ever had what it took to go on to medical school. And eventually, through several other jobs in the Los Angeles area, I ended up at LA County USC Medical Center as a trauma tech, working there in what they used to call 1350 in the old hospital, C booth in 1350. And it was several of the residents and nurses there that were like, why aren't you going to medical school? And they helped me fill out some college applications, eventually made my way to UC San Diego, put myself through school, working down there as a trauma tech, both at Scripps Mercy Hospital and at Paradise Valley. And this was before we had trauma centers in San Diego. So Paradise Valley was a real knife and gun club. And eventually made my way, got accepted to several medical schools, but ultimately decided to go to the military medical school in Washington, D.C., because my family couldn't afford medical school. So I opted to go the military route, went to the Uniformed Services University back in Bethesda, Maryland, then got attached to the United States Marines, worked with the Marines for several years, went back to San Diego, did my residency in emergency medicine, and then got sent overseas where I ran the emergency department in Yokosuka, Japan.
Brings us to talking about your expedition work. Tell us about working in the North and the South Poles and what led you to working there.
And have done some odd jobs, kind of got into rural emergency medicine here in Portland. And that has opened up all kinds of various things, both with the National Science Foundation, some expeditionary medicine, South Pole medicine, North Pole medicine. And then my wonderful opportunity is to be an oral board examiner with ABEM, got thrown in the midst of all of that as well.
That is fascinating. It must be a lot of long hours and dedication from you and from the other staff there as well.
Especially at the South Pole, you are the only medical personnel there. There is no nurses, technicians, so you have to be able to start your own IVs, draw your own bloods, run your own x-rays, push your own meds, do the whole thing yourself. At the South Pole, one of the other challenges is you come up with 10 to 12 non-medical folks that you need to train to be your first responders. And so they actually start working for you, which is an incredible joy. It goes back to my love of teaching and my love of emergency medicine. My last trip, which was this past July, I went to the north, actually up towards the North Pole in northern Canada. I actually ended up becoming the part of the disembarkation team. So my job was to make sure all 140 passengers got off the ship into Zodiacs safely with all their safety gear ready to go. long before I would then get on the last Zodiac and go ashore and be their doctor aboard shore. So not only you're the physician, but you also have other jobs. When I was at the South Pole, I was on call 24/7. So the entire 5 months I was there, since I'm the only physician, so you've got a walkie-talkie with you that they can reach you 24/7 at all times. But then also I had two other jobs, and one of my jobs was to empty the trash. And so I got a chance to use heavy machinery and move big boxes. Um, and initially I thought, oh, this is kind of boring. And then I thought to myself, wait a minute, Jeff, if you don't get rid of this stuff, this trash will back up and affect the entire operational momentum of the base. And so you learn that not only are you a physician, but you are part of the expeditionary team, and they depend upon you for your secondary jobs as well. So it's a great experience in either role that I play, whether it's with Quark or whether it's with the National Science Foundation.
How does being ABEM certified and being an ABEM volunteer influence your work?
I would encourage anybody who's hearing this to seriously think about coming on board with the ABEM family, and it truly is a family. I was lucky in the sense that one of my very senior faculty at OHSU invited me to become an oral board examiner. And I vividly remember my first couple of exams, learning the system and learning how to work with the instructions that the board gives us on how to give exams. And I think one of the things that truly impressed me as I got into the oral board process was the reliability, the statistical analysis, and how much the board really wanted to make sure it was giving the best test it could so that it was reliable, it was transparent, and everyone had an equal chance to do their best on the boards. And that really impressed me. The other thing I've really enjoyed about being on the boards are the other oral board examiners that you meet. These are some of the movers and shakers, the top people in emergency medicine. And one of the things that I thoroughly enjoy, not only giving the exam, but is getting a chance to sit down with these other examiners, and we share and we swap stories and we swap ideas, and new things come out of our conversations.
And why emergency medicine, Dr. Disney?
Our patients were at one point doing very well, and then some kind of crisis happened, and now they're sitting in a very unfamiliar physical plant. No one around them, none of the nurses, the doctors they know, we're not their primary care doctor. We've never established a relationship with them. And we essentially have 30 seconds, 60 seconds to develop some type of relationship and earn their trust. And that's part of the art of emergency medicine. It's not only the science, but it certainly is the art.
So what's next on your horizon?
I think it's time for me to retire. And so I'm thinking about what I want to do. And I love to teach, and I love the gym, and I love working out, and I love lifting weights. And I think I end up doing a little combination there and probably become a personal trainer for folks over the age of 50, because I see a lot of the young personal trainers in the gym. They don't have an understanding what it's like to be a diabetic, hypertensive patient on multiple meds, cardiac history, arthritic history, past stroke. They still treat them as though they're 20 something. And these folks are coming in, and I'm watching them not enjoy the gym because they're being driven like they would if they were in their young 20s. And so I think there's a real market out there for folks like myself that enjoy the gym.
Dr. Disney, it's been a great experience talking to you. Thank you for all you do for ABEM and for the community, both near and far, and for your future commitment to your community.